Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Robin Taylor scores the bout 116 to 112. Judges Ron McNair and Julie Letterman both score the bout 115 to 113. All three in favor of the winner and the new WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World, Tony Superbad Harrison.
A shocker in Brooklyn.
For the people, new viewers, I was at the fight. And my decision still stands. However, looking at it from home, I had it much closer. I had a closer fight. It's funny. It was a closer fight. Look at Jim. Now, this was before. See, I didn't get to see this in the arena. Hey, damn, let me turn this off. They copyright me. Let me get off the screen. Let me get off the screen. Hurry.
He was moving around, just throwing a jab, 1 or 2 punches. He didn't win that fight.
What do you do now? Where do you go from here?
It's just get my belts back, get all the belts. I still want her. I still feel like I could beat everybody in the weight division. And I seen many champions lose and get in there and come back. It's nothing.
You've got another fight to get ready for your brother.
Yeah.
What do you want to say to him? He's backstage watching you.
I know he's gonna go hard. I know he's gonna pick that up for me. I know he in there pissed right now. And I know my brother know that I won that fight. I might have got a few rounds away, but I know I won that fight.
Thank you very much, Jermell, for taking the time. All right, let's head over to the new WBC Super Welterweight Champion of the World. Tonight, it was the Detroit Tigers that took down the Lion, Tony Harrison. You just got to talk to me about how you're feeling right now.
I'm blessed. I told y'all boys. I told my family. I told everybody. I see this guy every single day in the gym. He's a great champion. But that kind of style of a fighter I seen every single day in the gym. I seen him at Crump, but he's a hell of a fucking champion. I grind, man. I grind it, and I showed championship composure. I used my jab. I didn't even have to do much. I used my jab. I used my ring generalship. I kept him at bay. The punches that he thought he was landing, he wasn't landing. And I'd be happy. Listen to me. Jermell, you gave me a shot. I'd be happy to give you another one and do it again. And that's from love.
I got some behind the scenes footage for you.
Walking up just right now, whatever happened, you know what it is. He know I won this fight.
No, I don't.
You know I won this fight. He told me. But you know what? I accept that challenge any day.
I didn't tell you that.
I didn't tell you that.
Tony, were you confident? Tony, were you confident coming into this? Were you confident that you won this fight when Jimmy Lennon announced it?
Man, listen to me. I got back to my corner every single round. They told me, just keep doing what you're doing. You dictating the pace. That's what champions do. Champions don't just try to knock people out. That's all he want to do is try to knock people out, look for big shots, and I dictated it. I used my jab. I probably used my jab and he threw punches. I dictated the fight. That's what champions do.
Well, you are the champion. You are the champion.
Yeah, man, fuck that now. Yeah.
All right, Kenny, back to you.
Thanks very much, Heidi. We do apologize for some of the...
This was at the bottom here. This is I called Tony Harrison after he was got finished seeing the doctor, and then later on he was escorted out of the arena by security. Shit was getting kind of heavy, and in there. In my opinion, Charlo won the fight. It's funny how now this is mass public opinion. Mass public opinion has Jermell Charlo winning against Tony Harrison, but Jermall Charlo losing against Matvey Korobov. Jermall Charlo was fighting like Jermell Charlo against Matvey Korobov. And as I said, I think it's that type of twin thing that was going on. And obviously, he was trying to make sure that, the same thing didn't happen to him. So he was trying to take Korobov out, and he was out of his game plan. Now, Tony Harrison, later on in the night, I found out that even though he's saying he wants to run it back, he don't want to run it back immediately. Jermell Charlo at the post-fight press conference, which I'm going to upload, and I'm going to do another video where we're going to, go through all that stuff at the post-fight press conference and everything. We're going to do that. But what I want you to understand is that's how it usually works. A fighter wins the belt, they usually don't want a rematch right away. But Jermell Charlo says that there was a rematch clause and that he wants it in 4 months. He was crying and everything, emotional shit. People trying to clown him for crying. Yo, listen, like to lose like that, this goes to show you that anybody can get robbed. You never thought it would happen to a Heyman fighter, not like that. Especially an in-house Heyman fighter. 2 in-house Heyman fighters, right? I mean, of course, people are going to say, oh, well, Matvey Korobov, yeah, they're going to rob him. But not, for Tony, like, nobody expected something like this. It can happen to anybody. Anybody. That one is there to stay. Appeal, yeah, right. You can go and try. It ain't going to mean nothing. It's a shame that had to happen to him. But now, let's go look at the 154-pound division. I did talk to Jared Swift Hurd. I'm going to upload that. In fact, you can go see it. It's one of the beginning interviews I did on the post-fight All Access from the fight. He's definitely going to be fighting J-Rock, and that's not no easy fight. That's a tough fight. First, I thought he was going to be coming. At first, I thought he was going to be fighting Wilborn, and then like another easy like hometown fight, Julian J-Rock Williams, who lost to Jermall Charlo, by the way, because he got too greedy. Basically, if he got knocked down by a jab, then he should have changed up a little bit. Like hands, he was trading with him. He just couldn't deal with the power. Matvey Korobov, you saw what happened to him in that 12th round. So, Tony Harrison, new WBC champion. It looks like he wants like a light touch or some type of touch. Maybe, Erickson Lubin can slip into there. Julian J-Rock is likely. Well, Kell Brook probably could be licking his chops if you don't get Amir Khan. They be like, hey, WBC, I'm going to talk to Eddie, see if he can get us the mandatory. Brian Carlos Castano. Wait, when is he fighting Lara? That was announced for PBC on Fox. That wasn't announced yet, was it? I could have sworn I saw Lara at that press conference for the PBC on Fox shit. I could have sworn I saw. No, he wasn't there. And then, of course, Jared Hurd has both of the belts. And Jaime Munguia, don't even count him in that WBO because they're on the other side of the street. Don't even count them. Also, a lot of people don't understand that Jermall, the 160-pounder, the one that fought Matvey Korobov, is usually the hothead, not Jermell. A lot of people don't seem to understand that. Like when you watch the interviews, I was reading some of the comments, and people don't. It's not Jermell. There's usually the hothead one. Jermell is usually the level head. Jermall, you can expect that shit out of him. So that's why you can't never take it personal. It's just who he is. Boxing. You can't be on no bitch shit. But however, you just also got to make sure that you don't get a reputation for letting these boxers clown you. So it's kind of like a, give and take, push and pull type situation. But he said 4 months he's going to be back, whether it's against he says it's a rematch clause. So if it's a rematch clause, then hey. Right? He says 4 months. What is it? They get back at it in April. But PBC on Fox don't have the date, so they'll likely have to be on Showtime, right? It'll likely have to be on Showtime, right? Because PBC Fox schedule is already sewn up. It could be his own card, right? It can finally be, listen, they could have the, because Swift Hurd having his card down in Texas, in Houston. He wants it in Houston against, in Texas against Julian Williams. We know that Jaime Munguia is fighting down there, right? And then, listen, throw that down there too. However, Jermall Charlo, it's like, I think he's going to fight Soluski next. Maybe at the Revianchenko. Depending on what Golovkin does, if Golovkin signs. But whatever, I'm going to take a nap. It's fucking 6:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.